Hello. For today's topic, I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to talk about. Because really, what can you talk about at a funeral home? So I thought I'd share with you, what I do when there's nothing going on, so when it's quiet. Because really, when you think about it, what the heck do you do here when it's quiet? So I thought I'd show you. Part of it is we dust caskets, we dust furniture, just to keep ourselves busy. Much like at home, we want to protect these things, just so the dust doesn't build up. And like if I was buying something, I'd certainly want it to look as best it can. So that's all I'm going to do here. I'm just going to kind of finish the last couple of caskets here to dust. Another important aspect of what we do when there's nothing to do is we do a whole lot of vacuuming. So now I'm going to demonstrate to the world that yes, and my wife, that I do vacuum. One thing too I'd like to talk about as funeral directors of what we do when there's not much going on. After we're kind of cleaning coffee pots and stuff, we drink a lot of coffee. I would say I go through at least a pot a day or two of coffee, especially when there's nothing to do. Because once everything's kind of clean and so on, what else there is to do? We just have a nice sip of coffee, and believe it or not, we actually have people come in here. Some of the local folks and friends, they stop by for a free coffee. And just sit down and keep us from getting too bored, because when the phone doesn't ring at these places, believe me, no one wants to call us. This is kind of another thing I like to do on days where I don't really have anything to do. I am kind of a resourceful fella. I like to laser engrave things. I know in my area I'm probably the only one, or the only funeral home, at least around here, that has a laser engraver. So I like to kind of dabble on things just to keep me from going crazy. Because sometimes we can go 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks without our phone ringing a whole lot. So I'm going to kind of show you some of the things that keeps me entertained. So this is my messy office, and this is upstairs where the public can't see. And this is my laser engraver. So I'll try to back up here a little bit so you can see. It's a universal laser. It's 50 watts. And it allows me to, engrave things on wood, marble, granite, tile, leather, and so on, amongst some other materials. And it's really complemented our business here, because on those quiet days I can, fiddle with things and make unique items and so on. A lot of it's keepsake ideas that I have. And so I'm learning as I go, but it's quite a unique thing. I make ornaments with it for families at Christmas and so on. I just love it. So this is my universal 50-watt laser. It's an excellent machine. So what you're seeing here, this is some of the things that I've made and in my spare times. I'll be honest now, some of them I have designed, some of them I haven't. You can actually, some of the companies or the suppliers you deal with have these great little template things you can buy, and it really helps. You have to have some knowledge of design software, which I have. So that's really helped, because I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree, but I certainly have fun making these things. They're all in great plaques and so on, and I've kind of moved into some candles and believe it or not, a license plate frame. And I even made a miniature monument. I don't know why I did it, but I had it sitting here, so I decided to engrave it. And I've done kind of some little things here. Like some jewelry pieces and so on. We can put photos on them and this and that. I do a lot of these little dog tag ideas for like churches and stuff. If they have like a children's event or something, and they want to give them like a dog tag or something to remind them of what they did that weekend, then I donate those things. So I'm not necessarily always selling these items, but sometimes I'm donating them too. They really don't cost that much to produce, so why not? It gives me something to do. So that gives you a hair of an insight of what we actually do or what I do on days where there's nothing to do. Like we're in a kind of a funny industry where you can't predict anything. Sometimes I go, like I said earlier, sometimes we'll go, a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without anything, and all of a sudden I'm not sleeping at night because I'm always working. There's always something to do. I think the key in this industry, that if you decide to get into it or whatever, have a passion about it, because sometimes these things happen. We're in a small community that serves, not a huge population, so the death rate here isn't as large as, let's say, like in the city of Toronto or Detroit. So not every day someone passes away, so you have to find ways to keep yourself entertained. So in my case, I'm a laser engraver. I wash a lot of cars, things of that nature. So that's kind of my 2 cents on what the heck we do when there's nothing going on.